What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
King Gazel was known for his unpredictability, but Sir Rimuru takes it to a whole new level of spontaneity and freedom. Can you believe it, putting such a significant task on my shoulders? My first major task was to educate the monsters. When he assigned me the job of teaching them the ABCs and 123s, my first reaction, albeit a bit rude, was, is he serious? Oh, and by the way, that abacus he provided for teaching math turned out to be incredibly useful. It was so handy that we decided to adopt it in Dwargon. Sir Rimuru gave us the prototype, and the final version we used was practically identical. And it wasn't just about the basics. We also had lessons in practical skills and the importance of manners. Manners. For monsters. Can you blame me for thinking this whole thing was a bit crazy? I asked Sir Rimuru what the deal was with all this, and he just grinned and said,
"Well, you know, I'm thinking ahead to our interactions with humans."
It sounded a bit far-fetched to me, but I didn't have the authority to say no, so I just nodded along. Turns out, the job was way more fulfilling than I expected. The female goblins, led by Lady Shuna, were super eager to learn proper etiquette. And the males weren't slacking either, mastering the art of hospitality in hopes of softening their intimidating image. Teaching the monsters turned out to be a lot more rewarding than I expected. It became a real pleasure for me. We agreed that I'd keep at it until they could set up a research lab for me. Even now, I'm actively involved in those classes. That time means a lot to me. Eventually, they finished building the lab in the sealed cave. Looking back, they only provided me with the basics, but the thought of diving back into research filled me with excitement. Along the way, I met Gazel the Dragonute, and our shared dedication to our mission forged a strong bond. His unconventional ideas sparked a renewed curiosity in me that I had almost forgotten. When I first arrived here, I wasn't sure what to expect, but now I feel nothing but gratitude towards King Gazel. I can honestly say I'm content with where I am. But that doesn't mean life is without its challenges. That's why I've come to Kaijin's place, to discuss something on my mind. After saying my sorry, I knew it was time to get to the real point.
Thanks for that, but there's more to this visit, isn't there?
You caught on?
I asked.
Sure did. You always beat around the bush before getting to the tough stuff.
He had a point. Kaijin knew me well enough, given how long we've known each other. So, I decided to cut to the chase.
Look, I need to talk about something important.
Talk? If your budget's sorted, it can't be too serious.
Sorting out our budget was crucial, but this matter surpassed financial concerns.
It's actually quite serious. Goes beyond budgets.
Really?
I could sense his doubt, perhaps unable to grasp anything more urgent than financial matters, but that wasn't the point. It was delicate, but I relied on Kaijin for insight.
Regarding Sir Rimuru's lab.
Wait a sec. You mean his super-secret lab for personal stuff? Is it wise to talk about it openly?
I knew I shouldn't, a fact reinforced by his caution, but I couldn't keep quiet anymore. I'd seen Sir Rimuru granting physical forms to numerous demons in that lab. Even archdemons, I'd seen them being given bodies and names. How could I convey the fear I felt? Yes, I had to keep secrets, but informing King Gazel seemed necessary. Sir Rimuru hadn't expressly told me to keep silent. Plus, we had a tech-sharing deal, and I could share my research results with Dwargon when needed. But, you know.
Alright, I'll be discreet. He's churning out military power in that lab, enough to challenge the world. King Gazel should know.
Kaijin's caution was justified, so I tried to be subtle. Yet, his reaction was stronger than expected.
Hey, Vester, what's with the bombshell?
Was that too cryptic for you?
No, come on. It's crystal clear.
Was it though? I wasn't convinced. I still had the core issue under wraps.
Chill, Kaijin. If I spill all, you'd be in the same boat. Right now, I just want your first impressions.
And you think I won't be in hot water? You've got a knack for dodging reality when things get dicey.
His remark felt a tad rude, but my dilemma overshadowed any offense taken.
So, what's your take?
Should I keep mum or spill to King Gazel? Kaijin mulled it over, scratching his head before answering.
Vester, you seem exhausted. Why not call it a day and unwind with a drink or two?
He smirked. Classic evasion.
That's not much of an answer.
Oh, give me a break. Don't rope me into this mess.
His reaction was understandable, but I persisted.
Come on, you're helping me out here.
I've left my homeland behind, Vester. I don't carry the same baggage as a Dwargon Marquis like you.
Don't distance yourself. You're my mentor now, Kaijin. You've always stressed social status over titles, remember?
Sure. You bring that up now. Is this why you were apologizing earlier? You always were cunning.
Our discussion persisted, with me trying to engage Kaijin while he attempted to sidestep the matter. Yet, I foresaw how it would unfold. Kaijin's integrity was unwavering. He wouldn't shy away from a conversation he'd already entered.
Very well. Proceed with the rest of the details.
He conceded. As expected, Kaijin agreed to listen further. I responded with a satisfied grin. We relocated to an esteemed tavern nestled in the labyrinth. Dwarves and alcohol are an inseparable duo, and despite my elven appearance, I share in the enjoyment of this pastime. The variety of drinks in this country is truly astounding. Furthermore, the tavern staff are discreet and well-trained, ensuring confidentiality. It provided the perfect backdrop for discussing delicate matters.
So, what action are you contemplating?
Kaijin inquired. I chose to be candid.
If I remain silent and dire consequences follow, I would deeply regret it. Since I haven't been explicitly instructed to keep silent, I feel compelled to report it.
Kaijin pondered my response.
Indeed. That wouldn't violate our initial agreement, I believe. Besides, you still hold the title of Marquis of Dwargon, don't you?
I did, although I occasionally forgot. Despite my sudden departure and relocation orchestrated by King Gazel, my homeland had never rescinded my noble title, nor had I relinquished it voluntarily. Frankly, I found myself back home in a daze, only to be whisked away to Sir Rimuru's domain by King Gazel. There hadn't been an opportunity then to clarify my status within Dwargon. In the Dwarven Kingdom, nobles don't outright own their lands. Technically, all land belongs to the king, and we pay fees to the government for the privilege of managing it. The notion of a domain might differ significantly from that of other nations. Dwargon boasts just 3 major cities: Central, Eastern, and Western. Beyond these urban hubs are the estates lining the mountain foothills and dwellings nestled within the cavernous mines we've dug. These residential zones, divided into wards, fall under noble oversight. We manage family records, a concept borrowed from Sir Rimuru. This involves tending to ward residents, collecting taxes, and fulfilling other noble duties. The scope of our authority varies with our noble rank, and as a marquis, I earned a substantial income from it. Despite a serious misstep that eroded King Gazel's trust, I retained my marquis title. Consequently, annual tax revenue continued unabated. Capable stewards managed our family affairs, keeping our finances in order. As I hadn't been formally exiled, I retained the freedom to return home if desired. However, the allure of Dwargon paled in comparison to life in Tempest. Here, I indulged in a more luxurious lifestyle with my personal attendants. The diverse cuisine, lively social scene, and research opportunities made it a true paradise. Though Sir Muirmile occasionally constrained my budget, it's a minor inconvenience.
Indeed, as a marquis, failing to inform King Gazel would breach his trust.
You know, I don't exactly see keeping quiet as a betrayal, but it's definitely your duty to report.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I responded, somewhat resignedly. His stance wasn't unexpected, but the real puzzle was how to proceed with the report.
So, you think I should spill everything? That he's stockpiling enough firepower to wipe out the world?
Easy there. Hold your horses. Have you been hitting the bottle too hard? Is it really that serious?
Kaijin's tone was cautious, urging me to take a moment to enjoy the flavor of my drink, a delightful concoction that briefly swept away my concerns. Yet, the seriousness of the matter lingered.
Do you remember Ultima and Carrera?
I steered the conversation.
Yes, of course. But are you feeling all right? Your topics are jumping around quite a bit.
Kaijin observed.
I'm keeping focused, and it would be foolish to discuss this while under the influence.
Wait, are you suggesting?
Kaijin's tone hinted at understanding.
You've hit the nail on the head. They're part of the arsenal he's amassing.
I see. Well, that explains why the police overseeing adventurers are so formidable. I always wondered why they weren't part of Tempest's security forces. I assumed they were a covert unit training in the wilderness.
I sensed Kaijin was beginning to grasp the seriousness of the situation. In Tempest, no one dared challenge the city's police force or question their judgments. Why? Because they held absolute power over criminals. Their strength was indisputable. Even the lowest-ranking officer surpassed the A mark in adventurer ranks.
Wait a second. Are you seriously suggesting that the police force is their secret weapon for world domination?
Yep, that's the gist of it. Quite the cunning cover-up, don't you think?
I'm not totally sold on the idea, but...
Kaijin looked baffled, and I could understand why. Imagining these powerful demons, capable of causing chaos worldwide, masquerading as our protectors.
So, if I were to spill the beans to King Gazel, how do you think he'd react?
Well, that's a tough one. It'd be one heck of a conversation, that's for sure.
Exactly. Nobody's going to swallow this story easily. They might even start whispering about me losing my marbles. While I trust the king would believe me, the middlemen would probably cast doubt.
I speculated.
True.
Mumbled Kaijin, finishing his drink. He shot me a look, perhaps annoyed at getting pulled into this mess. So, I flashed him an encouraging grin.
What's your 2 cents on this?
Honestly, I'm not sure if coming clean right away is the smart move. It's a real pickle.
We fell silent, both lost in thought about what to do next. Our pondering was cut short by the arrival of Sir Dino, whom we'd beckoned.
Whoa, Vester. You can't hog all the juicy stuff to yourselves. Should have called me sooner. And hey, grab me a drink while you're at it. Then I'm all ears for your problems.
He said, flashing a wide grin. Seeing my chance, I turned to him.
Okay, Sir Dino, what's your take on all this?
In my tipsy state, I'd momentarily forgotten he was a demon lord too.
Forget about it. Let someone else deal with it. If they catch flack, that's on them.
Sir Dino flashed us a thumbs up, driving home his point.
Nah, I'm not convinced.
Relax, it's all good.
He chimed in, cutting off the worried Kaijin.
Let me tell you, I've had my share of reporting duties, but I dropped that burden real quick. It just wasn't worth the hassle. So, I made a deal with myself to report, but on my terms, you know? I picked some random person to report to, and it worked like a charm. They take the heat, and I can proudly say I did my part. I've never felt better. Highly recommend it.
With that nugget of wisdom, Sir Dino ordered his first drink and dived right in. It seemed he was ready to move on from the conversation. Now I feel silly for stressing over this.
That's it, that's what I'll do.
Brilliant. Smart move, Vester. No wonder you're in charge.
Getting encouragement from a demon lord like Dino oddly boosted my confidence.
He's messing with your head, buddy. Don't listen to him. Think it over.
Kaijin had been talking for a while now, but even his ramblings gave me solace.
Let's drink. It's on me tonight, fellas. Let's make it count.
Yeah, let's do this.
Hey, you sure you're alright? Even someone important like you can't afford to let loose in this place.
Chill, old man. Just enjoy the moment and unwind.
You just want to mooch off someone else's tab.
Well, yeah, what's the harm?
Not a thing. With my mind clear, Kaijin, it's time to celebrate. Let's have a blast.
Feeling like I'm on top of the world, we kicked off the celebrations. Hopefully, I won't wake up to a heap of problems tomorrow. That's the only thing on my mind as we clinked our glasses, brimming with cheer.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Havox, Speed Saber, Curtis Loban, Linnell Scarlett, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Divine C. Harris, Panda Cats, DeAndre Nance, Montyboy98, D-Man, Ruben. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.